This video will walk you through what happens if you wait to report a sexual assault. Deciding whether or not to file a report is a personal decision, but knowing what resources are available for survivors and the step-by-step process can make the experience less intimidating. Following a sexual assault, one of the first steps a survivor can take is having a sexual assault medical forensic exam, commonly called a sexual assault kit. You have the right to report your crime to the police. You also have the right not to report your crime to the police, as this is your decision to make. If you do not report a sexual assault initially, you have up to 20 years to report it to the police. In Nevada, we have 4 exam options: no exam, a medical only, Jane Doe, and a full forensic. If you are still determining if you want to report, a Jane Doe exam may be the choice for you. This exam collects all the same evidence as a full forensic exam, but keeps the evidence anonymous. Evidence is collected in Jane Doe exam is kept for 20 years, giving you time to choose whether or not you wish to report.
Your kit will only be tested if you file a police report. If you do not file a report, your kit will be placed in storage. The statute of limitations for reporting a sexual assault is 20 years, so your kit will be stored the entire time. If you file a police report, it will start your kit moving through the testing process. If you file a report and do not want your kit tested, you can send a written letter to the police requesting that the police do not process your kit. It is possible that this request will not be honored if the request comes in after the testing process has begun.
To report after a Jane Doe exam, call your local police department to get the process started. If the sexual assault happened in an indigenous nation, call your community tribal police to start the process.
Another option is to connect with a sexual assault advocate in your community who will assist you through the process. If you do not know how to contact your local sexual assault advocate, you can call 988 or RAIN, and they will connect you with advocates in your area.
Let's talk about the 2 types of advocates you may work with during the process. Most survivors work with both if they decide to report. Community advocates hold privilege, which means by law, they cannot share your information with anyone without your consent or an order from a judge. A community advocate provides services whether you decide to report your sexual assault or not. So please feel free to get support even if you do not report. They will offer free services to direct victims and secondary victims such as children, parents, partners, and guardians. There is no limitation on services. You decide when to start and end the services. They will also have a 24-hour crisis line available.
A system-based advocate does not hold privilege. What this means is any information you share with the system-based advocates regarding the assault could be shared with the investigators. They provide services for cases processed through the criminal justice system and specific to you. Services are limited to the length of the criminal justice process. Some reasons why you might not want to report the assault to law enforcement are: fear you will not be believed. We're here for you and we believe you. Did you know only 1% of reports are false? Previous negative interactions with law enforcement. I understand your hesitation not to trust law enforcement, and we will stand beside you.
You are undocumented, and in fear, law enforcement will call ICE. You are a crime victim protected from the involvement with ICE, even if you choose not to cooperate with law enforcement. Fear the perpetrator will find you and assault you again. Any interaction between the perpetrator or their attorney regarding the case will have your personal information redacted, which means it will be removed. Fear of examination. It's normal to have fear around the exam. Please watch What Happens in a Sane Exam video for detailed information. Fear of family finding out. An advocate is there to listen and help you walk through your fears. It's your choice who you decide to share it with. Wanting to forget it ever happened? I can understand wanting to forget it ever happened. If you change your mind, services are available to help you walk through this process. It will be of no charge to you. You can access those services at any time. You are under the influence of illegal drugs and are in fear of going to jail. Law enforcement cannot and will not arrest you. Doing illegal drugs does not give someone the right to sexually assault you. Did you know you cannot consent when you are under the influence?
Not wanting to report is common. Sexual assault is the most underreported crime. Most victims do not come forward, file police reports, or even have exams. Rape culture throughout the centuries has blamed victims for their assault. Society blames the way victims dress, if they are drinking, or if they are out alone. These are just some of the examples of a victim blaming in the history of rape culture. We believe you, we stand by you, and it's never your fault.
Please feel free to reach out to us anytime. We are there to support you.